What's going on, everybody? In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys some tips and tricks to help you win the Royal Rumble match. Alright guys, so for this match we are going to pick the Undertaker just because he does have the fastest taunt, I believe, since they nerfed the Triple H taunt. For your abilities, now this is important and I think a lot of people forget to do this. So the first perk, I want you to select Stamina Drain. Just if you see your opponent about to get their stamina filled to get their finisher, you want to make sure you drain it just so they can't do that. It's really important to make sure they don't get their finishers. For the second one, we want Reversal Resist, just so when you're trying to toss them out of the ring, you don't want them countering your attack. And then for the third one, I mean, really up to you. I went with the first one, Unblockable Force, but late game it might be worth having the extra health bar regeneration, and you'll actually see later on in the match that I wish I equipped that one. So anyway, on with the match now. Of course, you're going to start number one. Now basically, when you're doing one-on-one, you want to make sure you get your stamina filled as quickly as possible. Also trying not to take too much damage, because later on, late game, it's very important to have a good health bar, because once you dip into the red, you are very vulnerable to elimination. So just make sure you keep that in mind. Now, as you see here, look at my opponent's health, Billy Huggins. He still has a little bit of green and mostly yellow health, and I can't eliminate him. So don't even waste your time doing that. Basically, until their health hits the red, that's really the only time they're going to be vulnerable for elimination. So just make sure you just focus on lowering their health bar until it gets into the red. Earn those finishers as quickly as possible. And I said this in the last video I did, guys, make sure you spam those taunts. Undertaker has one of the fastest taunts since they nerfed the Triple H taunt. So whenever your opponents are fighting, whenever you have an opening, make sure you hit those taunts, because you want to get that finisher as quickly as possible. And I'm going to mention this many more times throughout the video because I cannot stress that enough, guys. Having your finisher is so OP in the Royal Rumble, to just causing so much damage to your opponents. That's what's going to get you the easy elimination. So I'm going to repeat myself over and over again. I apologize. So just keep that in mind. And also try to avoid taking as much damage as possible. Choose your shots wisely. Now I find the easiest way is to throw them into the turnbuckle. Now once you have them in there, you're gonna have to spam the L2 and R2 buttons. Now when I do this, I actually hold my controller up against my body, and it kind of gives me a little bit more leverage, and I think I can hit the buttons a little bit faster just with that extra leverage. I don't know, maybe it's just me. You guys will have to try it, figure it out for yourself. And now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I just use that ability, the Stamina Drain. When I'm trying to go for an elimination, I don't want the guy that I'm focusing on to get their finisher. If you see that they're getting close to filling their stamina and achieving their finisher, make sure you drain their stamina, because the last thing you want is them to hit a finisher on you, drain a bunch of health, and then it just makes you that much more vulnerable for an elimination. So keep that in mind. Watch everybody's health meter, watch your stamina meter, and just time it, know when to use it. Another tip is, as soon as you get your finisher, use it right away. Find the guy that has the least amount of health, make sure you hit that finisher on them, because as soon as you do, that means you're going to be earning more stamina for your next finisher. You don't want to waste that time. Get those finishers out of the way. Make sure you're using them on either opponents that still have a lot of health left and could be a challenge for you later on, or someone that is very close to elimination and just going to give you that easy elimination on them when you smack them with that finisher. Now you can see I'm trying to take out Brock Lesnar here because he is a beast and he's probably the biggest threat in the match right now at this time. So I'm making sure I hit him with my finisher as fast as possible, get him outside the ropes, spam the L2 and R2 buttons, and there he goes. And now it's just one-on-one, which is the most ideal situation you want, but of course depending on their health and stamina. Not always possible, but just remember, make sure you are countering the attacks, doing your parry blocks, because you want to take the least amount of damage. And now, as you can see, when the third guy enters the ring, I'm in the corner doing my taunts, getting my stamina filled up, getting my finisher, let them damage each other, and then when they start turning their attention towards me, I'm ready for them. I can hit my finisher, and hopefully it's an easy elimination. But like I said, spamming the L2 and R2 buttons, holding the controller against my body, I really find it does allow me to hit those buttons faster. And as you can see right here, Kevin Owens was basically fresh in the match. I spam my taunt, hit that finisher, and it's an easy elimination. Alright, so now we are late game. This is it. This is the final four. Now, as you can see, I've been taking a lot of damage. I've been kind of getting a little reckless, which you don't want to do. Looking back, hindsight, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I really should have equipped the perk that gives me the extended health bar. Really could use it right now because all these guys are pretty fresh, and you got two behemoths in the ring in Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan's close to getting a finisher. Mankind's close to getting a finisher. Unfortunately, I don't have a stamina drain available. So this is just the randomness of the Royal Rumble. Things happen. If you make a couple mistakes, that could be it. And with my health being so low, I'm basically one shot. As soon as I get hung up against the ropes or in the turnbuckle, they can just hit me one time, and that is it. And what you'll see right now is exactly what happens. I don't have enough health to fight. So unfortunately, it's GG's for the dead man. We made it to the final four, so pretty good. But hopefully with those tips, it helps you guys win your Royal Rumble match. So if you guys enjoyed the video and you find it helpful in any way, please do me a favor, lay the smack down on that like. If you're new and want to find your way back, make sure you guys super kick that subscribe. That'll do it for today's video, guys. Until next time, I hope to see you back here in the next one. Don't you dare miss it.